welcome or welcome back to my channel. This video, I'm gonna do a quick, I always say quick. I'm gonna do a little harvesting and show you around with what's happening in the garden. It's June 2nd, so I actually have harvested some okra and some tomatoes already as part of other videos, but I will show you the results of those. But I have some other things to harvest as well, so I wanted to bring you guys along so you can see what's going on with this garden now that we're essentially 2 months into all of these, the spring, summer annuals being in the garden. All right, so first I'm gonna start with some peppers, eggplant, etc. So I'm holding the camera with the little holder thing, handle, so we'll see how this goes. So this is my pepper bed. These peppers have been growing like crazy. There is a lot of fruit on them. And this right here is my cucumber vine that is growing up this trellis, but it is also invading my pepper. So I'm gonna have to pull this apart and cut pieces if I need to, because I definitely overplanted it. I'm a serial overplanter, but I'm gonna do that while I come in here and harvest some peppers. First off, I'm gonna get in here and harvest this beautiful purple beauty pepper. Look at that, y'all. Let me grab this guy. It was blending in. Okay. See if I can harvest it with one hand. Yes. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay. I have some other peppers here. These are California Wonder. I'll let those guys get bigger and get some color. What I do have ready are quite a few of these. Look at these. These are Marconi peppers, and they blend in really well because they're long and green. So I'm gonna grab these guys off this plant. They actually will turn red if I leave them to ripen, which I do sometimes, but I like to get kind of the first round of them before they get really huge and red, just to, you know, encourage more blossoms on this plant. Okay, here is another Marconi plant in here. Look at that one. Also full of fruit. We get these guys harvested real quick. Now I have a cucumber down here that needs to come in. I'm gonna get that one. See that? Oh. Really big. I believe I saw another one in here, so I'm gonna dig around and see if I can find that one. All right, so I found a few more cucumbers, so excited. Now we're gonna get some eggplant. Okay, so these are fairy tale eggplant. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure what size they should be when they are harvested. I'm just gonna harvest a couple of these, because I know they don't get really big, and they're better tasting when they are smaller. So I'm gonna get these two right here, because they're the biggest right now, and get a couple from this plant over there. I have 3 eggplants. And then I also have this Rosita eggplant, and that is pretty big, so I'm gonna get that guy too. Y'all, this is my first time growing eggplant and tasting it from this plant and tasting these varieties, so I am crazy excited. Okay, so I ended up with some eggplant of varying sizes. This one. So that is a fairy tale. All of these are, and this one is a Rosita. I am so excited to try these, y'all. All right, the next thing I'm gonna harvest are, I've already harvested some tomatoes today as a part of another video, so I'll show you guys that harvest in a bit. But actually the next thing I'm harvesting are some cabbages. Okay, so these cabbages have been in here for, oh yikes, have been in here for quite a while, and I put them out I want to say like the first week of March, last week of February, somewhere around there. I did a video when I was planting out my cool weather garden. So I'll put the date on the screen for you. But I do not think these guys are going to head up. Maybe they will, but our temperatures just shot up so quickly that it just was not ideal for them. I'm definitely going to grow more for fall, but I want to go ahead and get these. I have these 4 Savoy cabbages and also these 2 Golden Acre and that purple one. I might leave that and get that tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to cook these for dinner 2 nights, and we'll just have the leftovers with some andouille sausage. We'll have andouille sausage, cabbage, and rice for dinner, so it's going to be delicious. We love cabbage. Yeah, so I'm just not going to wait for them any longer because the caterpillars, you know, the moths are out laying eggs, and the caterpillars love these things, and I don't want them to just get eaten up and ruined, so I'm going to harvest them now so I can eat them. Now when you harvest cabbage, you just cut the stem right there. At least that's how I do it. I just cut the stem. And then I'll pull out the rest of the plant later when I'm ready to replant this, but I just cut the stem off. Okay, so next up on the harvest list are seeds. I actually have this pak choi right here, and that I let go to seed. I ate some of it, and I left some of the plants after they bolted. And so I have lots of seeds here. And harvesting seeds is not something I've really done. In my years of gardening, it just hadn't been a priority, but now that's something I really want to incorporate because why not, right? Like, I should be harvesting seeds, and not to mention harvesting seeds from plants that have grown in your climate. Those seeds begin to adapt to grow even better in your climate. So I am going to harvest these seeds, and I'll have lots and lots for my pak choi for my fall growing as well as next spring. So I'm going to get some of these pods harvested, and just take a look. Notice you let the seeds just dry out on the plant, and then I can grab one of these pods and break it open, and it'll be full of seeds ready to go. Now it's time to harvest some strawberries. Now my daughters came in and started harvesting some of these, but like kids do, they did the same with the blackberries. They kind of got tired, decided to go inside, so I'm going to finish up. Look at these volunteer zinnias. I decided to let grow. There's a plant in the middle of them, but mostly around this area there aren't any plants. So I just let them grow for now. Eventually I'll have to remove them, but they are so beautiful. And I saw bees buzzing around them, butterflies, so fun, fun, fun. Definitely worth it to have them here. Alright, so let me get these strawberries harvested. So here are the strawberries I ended up with. Not many, but you know. I did have more, but they were overripe because I've been out of town. I hadn't been harvesting, but that's okay. These are going to just be used for fresh eating. So next up on the harvest list are blackberries. My daughter's harvested some, but I'm going to finish the job. But before I walk over there, y'all look at these zinnias. Look how beautiful. This is a multicolor packet of zinnia seeds that I use for these. And I'm loving them so much. They add so much beauty to the garden. Like right here with this tomato, with all the tomatoes and the marigolds. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Here are the blackberries that my daughters harvested earlier. And so I'm going to come out here and finish up. My blackberry plants and raspberry plants. Right here, I have 4 Primark Freedom bushes. And I also have raspberries. I don't know if I have any ripe ones. We'll see. Something is really enjoying these leaves, though. I'm going to have to come out here at night with my black light, see what's going on. But right now, it's all about picking. Let's see what I have. Ooh, and look at how many flower buds are coming. Great thing about these primocanes is you get fruit essentially all summer long from them. Now, let me look around, see if I can find any berries left. So here is what I got. Here's the rest of the blackberries, and this is actually the rest of my floricane crop of berries for the year. I've gotten a few pounds so far, but yeah, the floricane berries, these are the berries that grew from last year's canes. Those are the ones that they flower first in early spring and put on fruit. And so this is the rest of that. Now I will continue to get berries the rest of the season because I have Primark Freedom berries, which are a thornless primocane fruiting variety. And that means they fruit on first year canes and second year canes. So I have flower buds and a couple of blooms right now on primocanes. And they'll continue to grow this all season. And then next year I'll get a spring crop like this one on those canes as well. And so this summer when I prune my blackberries, I'll be pruning off the floricane, the ones that already fruited the second year canes, because they're not going to fruit again. And then my first year canes will fruit again as a floricane crop next season. Hope that made sense. But yeah, look at these berries. Look how big and juicy they are. But I do always wash these before I eat them because insects and stuff really get into those little crevices. So I like soak them in water and vinegar to make sure I get all the bugs out because I don't want to eat them. Alright. And so the last thing I'm going to harvest today are ground cherries. You can see some of them have fallen off the plant. When they are ripe, they actually will fall off themselves, but you can pick them if they're ready. My daughters actually came out and harvested a bunch of these earlier, and they have already eaten them, so they did not make it to the picture, nor the scale. But that is okay. But I'm going to harvest some of these delicious ground cherries. Look at all of those in there. Last year, see, they fall right off. That's what they're called, ground cherries. Last year I grew these for the first time in a raised bed, and they got so big I decided to put them in containers this year, and they're doing lovely. So I'm going to get these harvested, and then I'll show you what I got. Alright, so here are the ground cherries that I harvested. Not a ton. There were a lot more that my daughters already ate, but that is fine. If you have kids and you want to give them a reason to get out into the garden and eat, then they will love these. They're sweet, juicy, citrusy, delicious. Thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. It was a lot of fun. It actually only got up to the low 80s today, but in the sun it was still kind of hot. As you can see, I am nice and sweaty because of it, but it was really fun getting to harvest everything and to bring you guys along with that. Here is everything that was harvested today. So some of it you saw in this video, and then the tomatoes and the okra I harvested in other videos about those specific fruits. So that's why you didn't get to see me harvest those, but I wanted to show you because they were harvested today, so you can see everything I harvested today. And now I'll put the amount, what everything weighed, on the screen for you so you can see that as well. So pretty cool, right? For a day's work out of I have a regular size suburban backyard here in North Texas, and this is probably a pretty small harvest compared to what I'm going to be getting later on in the summer. But yay, it's really excited when you start to see the fruits of your labor come through. So thanks again for sticking around to the end of the video. If you like this content, please go ahead and click that like button. If you would like more gardening content from me, then go ahead and subscribe. There's lots more coming all season long. And of course, if you think this video would be helpful to other gardeners that you know, please go ahead and share it. That is really helpful for the channel as well. You can share it in your Facebook groups or share it with your friends. I'd really appreciate it. Until we meet again, have a great one.